for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you and welcome to our two seniors.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for being here, I appreciate it, and all the public that are here as well. Appreciate you all in attendance this evening. First order of business, I'd like to do a roll call, please. Trustee Berenger?
Berenger's present.
Trustee Ferraro is absent. Trustee Carl?
Carl present.
Trustee O'Connor?
O'Connor present.
And Mayor Dwyer is here as well, very good. Okay, next order of business is the approval of the meeting minutes from May 20th. Can I get a motion to accept as submitted by the clerk?
Berenger will make the motion.
O'Connor will second.
Discussion? Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Carl abstain.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried, thank you. Next order of business is the appointment of Ms. Lenari, let's see, Village Hall seasonal intern. Trustee O'Connor.
Be it resolved, the Board of Trustees approves the appointment of Haley Lenari, Monroe, New York, to the position of seasonal intern. Pre-approval has been received from the Orange County Department of Civil Service. Ms. Lenari will be paid at an hourly rate of $19 per hour. I'd like to put that in the form of a motion.
Second, please.
Carl will second.
Discussion? Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Carl, aye.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried, thank you. Next order of business, resignation, BLN's parking enforcement officer, Trustee Berenger.
Be it resolved, the Board of Trustees accepts the resignation of Parking Enforcement Officer Bradford Ellens effective May 14th, 2025. The Board wishes Bradford well in his future endeavors, and I'd like to put this in the form of a motion.
Second, please.
Carl will second.
Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Carl, aye.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Next order of business, resignation, Natalie Welch, dispatcher, Trustee Berenger.
Be it resolved, the Board of Trustees accepts the resignation of Natalie Welsh effective May 18th, 2025. The Board wishes Natalie well in her future endeavors, and I'd like to put this in the form of a motion.
Second, please.
Carl will second.
Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Carl, aye.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried, thank you. Next order of business, appointment of Alan Prince, seasonal labor, Water Department, Trustee Carl?
Resolve the Board of Trustees approves the appointment of Alan Prince to the seasonal position, seasonal position of seasonal laborer. Mr. Prince is being appointed for the purpose of running one of the village's weed harvesters on Monbassia Reservoir, Warren Crane Park, to assist in extricating weeds from these two locations. Pre-approval of his appointment has been received by the Orange County Department of Civil Service effective June 4th, 2025 at a rate of $26 per hour, and I will put that in form of a motion.
Can I get a second, please?
O'Connor will second.
Discussion? Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Carl, aye.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried, thank you. Next order of business is the appointment of Trevor Sverchek, seasonal laborer, Water Department, Trustee Carl.
Resolved, the Board of Trustees approves the appointment of Trevor Servacek, Monroe, New York, 10950, to the position of seasonal labor for the Water Department. Pre-approval has been received by the Orange County Department of Human Resources, effective date June 23rd, 2025, at a rate of $20 per hour. And I'll put that in form of a motion.
Can I get a second?
Berenger will second.
Discussion?
Yes, he's what, 16, 17?
I believe, what is it?
16.
16 right now?
Yeah, I believe his birthday, I have to look at, you guys have it in front of you on the,
I don't know, stand by one.
it'll be on the application.
16, from the looks of it, 16. So my only concern is the driving of village vehicles. You know, we can put him in a position where he's shadowing somebody, so he's not driving village vehicles, because at 16, I think that would be a concern of mine,
Sure.
that's all.
I think we can make that happen. I think we could put them on a team. And, between the landscape, the mowing, the fire hydrants, which obviously on any given block, there's probably a good 5 or 6. could be his tour of duty for a day and doesn't require a vehicle, just equipment, right? So we can get him set up. So I'm in favor of that as well.
So do you wanna make that part of the resolution then?
Sure, that he's not a driver,
He won't
He's
be-
not to drive
He
the.
won't be driving village
Right.
vehicles
right?
due to his
So-
age.
Just add that one piece there, or Kim, you just add it.
Mhm.
That'd be great. Okay, so we had a first and second. You good?
Yep.
Okay. Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Carl, I.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Next order of business is the event application for South Orange YMCA Color Run. An event application was submitted by the South Orange YMCA for Color Run to be held on Saturday, October 4th, 2025, utilizing the walking path around Crane Park, setting up in front of Beck's Hardware. The application has been reviewed and approved by the DPW and Building Department. The Police Department has also reviewed and approved the application. Additional police services include 2 officers on 3 hours of overtime to assist with the traffic control on Mill Pond Parkway and Lake Street. Officers will monitor the event and provide any necessary assistance. Additional cost of police services is $492, of which 20% is to be paid by the YMCA for a total of $98.40. The South Orange YMCA has also submitted a request that the $50 application fee be waived, as they are a nonprofit 501c3. So the first thing, order of business, is to approve the event. So resolve the Board of Trustees approves the event application submitted by the South Orange YMCA for a color run on Saturday, October 4, 2025, from 9:30 to 12 p.m., utilizing the walking path around the park, Crane Park. Can I get a motion to accept?
Carl will make the motion.
Second, please.
O'Connor will second.
Okay, discussion? Okay, did you have anything? You sure? Okay. All right, just want to be sure. All right, call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Carl, I.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried, thank you. Next order of business is be further resolved, the Board of Trustees waives the $50 event application fee due to South Orange YMCA being a nonprofit 501c3. Can I have a motion for that?
Carl will make that motion.
Second?
Berenger will second.
Okay, discussion? Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Carl, I.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Thank you. Okay, the next piece, council, I just wanted to just chat with you about, and the board, is this something that we want to work out? Do you want a chance to look through this a bit?
The community development?
No,
updated fee schedule.
yeah, I don't have it in my package here.
It's in here,
I
it's
mean,
on
I
here.
can certainly
Yeah.
look at it, but it's really something that the board would determine
keep
whether or
sliding
not
screen
the
this way.
fees are commensurate.
Oh, yeah.
Get on the screen and then slide it. Oh, yeah, you're at the end.
Okay. So for a building, here we go. Okay,
I mean, I'm not sure what I would really add to this. My only,
well, this is done by resolution, correct?
yes.
Yeah.
My only comment would be that you might want someone from your building department to advise you how they arrived at this. Did they, is this like, did they come up with these fees? How many were changed from before? In other words, there's no indication that it used to be this and now it's that.
Right,
You might wanna see that.
okay,
So like a marked up version. And also for those that are increased or changed, a rationale. And it could be as simple as, we did a survey of building fees in this region, and we found that we were lower than what's typically being charged. So it would be good to have something on the record that.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So I would ask for that from the building department.
okay, so I suggest we table it, do some homework, and then get back to the board.
Is this something that the public would be able to see what the different fees are?
That's
The public,
really-
yeah,
Yeah, that's up to you guys. I
Okay.
mean, they typically, documents that are, changes that are being made, the process of getting to the final is not subject to FOIL,
Okay.
okay, but only the final. So they can
Right.
see the before, they can
Mhm.
see the after,
sure,
but they aren't really privy to why they were changed or, how much it was changed. I mean, they can figure that out for themselves,
Sure.
but
Right.
yeah. But all the internal deliberation of why that was happening isn't something that's political.
My only, that I'm looking, I just, got a hold of this tonight, but like the mobile food vendor festival permits, we do engage in contracts with, the carnival that we have in the park, and they're entitled to so many food, trailers. Am I correct on that, Neil?
Yeah, yes.
So, this would affect them. We do the cheese festival here in the middle of town. These vendors come in, it would affect them. The street festival
fireworks,
for the
yeah.
fireworks, it would affect them. So, and we're already charging them for lot space, so whether we build this into that, or it's a separate fee they're gonna have to pay, I'm just curious how we, $75 per event up to 3 days, 3 consecutive days. The carnival's here for 4 days.
Right.
So what happens to day 4?
Right. Yeah.
Are they gonna have to, so now they're gonna pay the 75 for the first 3 and then pay 75 for one more day?
Yeah, no, I think what it should be is per event. And you calculate
Yeah.
whatever that is. So if it's a 3-day event, this is the fee, and this is the structure. But in the cases of the food vendors and whatnot, if they're already paying, so we had mentioned before, if let's say that the food vendors that either come for the 4th of July or come for the Cheese Fest, they're already paying. So,
Right.
we need to dig into this a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, this is a great start. I appreciate it, but there is some additional columns that need to be added to this. And, I'm not prepared, and I don't think the board is either,
No.
to adopt this. So we gotta do some homework.
I agree.
Okay, good?
Yep.
Yeah, all right, so that's gonna be tabled. So next order of business is the public hearing scheduling for the Orange County Community Development Block Grant Program Funding Application of 2026. Resolve the Board of Trustees authorize a public hearing to be scheduled on Tuesday, June 17, 2020, June 17,
25.
okay. At 7 PM to invite the public comment and suggestions regarding projects to be considered for funding under the Orange County Community Development Grant Program. Under this program, a variety of physical improvements as follows are eligible for funding: acquisition and disposition of real property, public works, public facilities and site improvements, code enforcement for housing and health codes, clearance, demolition, and rehabilitation for public use or economic development, housing rehabilitation, loans and grants. Not really. Where did this come from?
This came from them,
Yeah,
it's their resolution.
yeah. Okay. Special projects for elderly and handicapped? No. Provisions for public service? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just going to set the public hearing for tonight, okay? We're not going to look 1 through 9 until that's been vetted. I don't believe it's been. So, they have 2 programs at CDBG. One is housing related and folks that have that income.
That just came out, that housing one, they got $2 million for housing.
Yeah, probably, yeah. So, but this is something, what we do, and just for the public to know, here in the Village of Monroe, we have specific areas and determinations by the Federal Housing and Urban Development, HUD, known as HUD, and they tell us where their demographics are in terms of low-income housing and units and things like that. So they tell us, in the Village of Monroe, geographically, this area has this low mod area, and therefore could be subject to a benefit by a grant. There are certain criteria. Senior citizen projects like the Senior Citizen Center has great opportunity there for different things, and I think they've benefited the town over the period of time that folks over there have. I think their kitchen, their air conditioning, I think their roof, I think the doors were made automatic, so there's a few pieces there. And then we have sidewalks, if it's a public service and everybody benefits from it, again, same thing. ADA sidewalk and curb cuts, again, same thing. So we'll be ready for when that public hearing happens, and we'll announce several projects that the board can consider. So, but tonight, June 17th, at 7 PM is the public hearing. So I need a motion to adopt the resolution.
O'Connor will make the motion.
Okay, second?
Carl will second.
Okay, further discussion? Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Carl, aye.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. The only thing I have is actually some exciting news. The playground is coming to a conclusion, gratefully and thankfully. A lot of good work. Our DPW continues to do incredible work for us out there, and we're really proud of them and thankful for their service to us. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we're going to see some really transformative change in the ability to use the space. We'll see how it goes.
I have a couple things. First, I'd like to congratulate the Monroe Woodbury Boys Varsity Lacrosse. I know we have two of them here. They won the Section 9 Class A game for the third year in a row, and they're headed this weekend up to play at Union Endicott.
Wow.
So that's exciting.
Who did we beat in the sections?
We beat Valley Central.
Oh, nice.
So they're playing a team called Corning Painted Post. Also, I wanted to talk about the Memorial Day Parade. I thought it was really great this year. It's always great, but I really enjoyed, we had teams there, we had music, the high school pep band was there, the AOH bagpipe band. I'd like to see more people attend, maybe next year, and we kind of have some time to figure out how we can get maybe some of the schools and some of the clubs involved. But I thought it was a really great parade.
Very good. Trustee Carl?
Yes, sir. Fireworks, Thursday, July 3rd. Street Festival will start at 5 p.m. We're still looking for vendors. Please reach out to the village clerk's office. Take care of that. This coming Saturday is Monroe's Got Talent. Hopefully the weather holds off.
It's a concert. It's a
Concert,
regular
yeah.
concert this year. This year it's a regular concert. It's the Tone Benders.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're not, when are they doing the?
It's
Oh.
not, this year there wasn't enough contestants.
Yeah.
All right, because I just saw
Not enough
something.
participation. There
Did
wasn't.
you just see something?
I just saw something yesterday or the day before out there on it.
Really?
Yeah,
Beautiful.
that's why I wrote it down. All right, so
Okay.
disregard that. Anyway, the concert's
The
here
concert.
The
starts.
Tone Benders will be
Oh,
there.
band is great.
The concert will be this Saturday, weather permitting.
Benders.
It looks like it may rain, but fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. With a rain date the following day.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. All right, I didn't realize that,
Yeah.
my apologies, but I did just see it. That's why I
That's
wrote it
okay.
down.
No, I get it.
Garbage district, garbage pails, stuff being left in the streets. I brought it up before. We've spoken to somebody up at the highway garage at the town level. And, I'm watching the street sweeper come down last Monday, zigzagging, last Tuesday, actually, this past Tuesday, because of the
Right.
holiday, zigzagging around garbage pails, trying to sweep the streets. We need the residents to keep the garbage pails off the streets, and we need the garbage company to please, when they empty the pails, to take them off the street. I don't know why it's not happening. Apparently there's a communication problem, but it's, I think, again, a letter, we need to address it to all involved and see if we can come to some sort of resolution with that. Because it certainly helps us keep our streets clean, and
Sure.
that street sweeper's out almost every day. Let's see, anything with One Stage Road? Nothing?
Nothing. I did speak to him the other day, and he still talks about people not wanting to touch a rubble foundation, the pressure to put those guardrails in. But again,
Double poles, street light upgrade over Did you ever have a meeting?
yeah. So two things. Let's go back to the double poles. We were going to send another letter.
I sent the stuff to Elise to just redraft it, or,
Oh, did I not do something?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we sending these letters, to the owners of the poles as well as the Public Service Commission?
I don't know if we're sending them to.
Originally, they had been sent to everybody.
Okay.
And I think that's 2 times now we've done that.
Right.
And now we've asked Elise for help to just
Do it
As
again?
well as, okay, so that has to get done, is that right?
Okay, my
Okay.
bad.
Okay.
Didn't do it.
But then secondarily to that, I have spoken to Senator Scoopus's office for help on that and the lighting to just kind of segue into that. And they're working on it. And they've also suggested that maybe we move in a different direction with a different vendor as well. They think that somehow or another that there's a better opportunity. I don't know, I said, listen, right now, I just wanna get new lights in.
We've got quite a bit of money tied up with the existing.
Well, we would use it, the 20 grand, for instance, that we
Yeah.
use for the audit, that would get placed into the new vendor's pocket, same way.
Okay.
So I wouldn't have to redo that. And not that I say that that has to happen. What I mean to say that is that the amount of time that this has taken, and now these costs are adjusting, it may be, you know, Real Term is a for-profit. I think they're looking at a company that maybe is a nonprofit and maybe a better fiscally, you know, but we have to wait. They're helping us.
You know, you go to different towns and they're all LEDs.
Yeah,
You know, Harriman is all LED down there.
yeah.
It's just, you know, we've been on this,
4 years,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
The last thing I got are the Eru poles that are still around on Lake Street.
You mean going out toward Roscoe? Are
Well,
they in their
right-
property
right
or
on-
are they in?
No, right on the corner of High Street and Lake Street. That one's right there. Supposedly it was removed and somebody
Twice.
put another one up.
Right.
And again, liability wise, where does that leave the village in the event something does happen?
Well, I spoke to the property owner that lives in the corner, and he gave them permission, not really understanding what he was giving permission for. When I explained to him that he could certainly put the pole up on his property, but not in our right of way.
Yeah, that's definitely not right away.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
It's about a foot off the white line.
Yeah,
Wow.
so
Where's this high and what?
High and Lakes,
High and Lakes,
right in the corner.
right over there by that Renaissance Realty.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, we spent a lot of money with the legal notice a year or so ago, year and a half ago, putting everybody on notice, and I believe we ran that legal notice for 45 days.
At least
Yeah.
30 it was. right?
Yeah, we ran.
Yeah.
And yet, here we are.
Well,
I mean, the ones up on Winchester
we're gone,
are going,
right.
but there's still many of them along our right-of-ways, and my concern is, who owns them?
Nobody seems to know.
Yeah,
That's
but
the crazy
meanwhile,
part.
somebody rides a bicycle into one of them, who are they coming after?
I don't know.
So we don't know who put them up, they just went up?
They just show up. It's almost like they're somehow or another they're grown. They just
Like a
Like a
plant.
weed. Yeah. I mean, it's remarkable. But to your point, the one on High, we can deal with that one. That's an easy lift. I think you've mentioned a couple on High up by the other side,
Yep, across from Rest Haven, there's.
and they're on the right of way.
They're in the shoulders, yeah. On Gilbert Street, there's also, on Knight Street, they're all
Wait,
over.
hold on. Gilbert, where? On property or us?
No, it's on ours. Village Gate, they're there. There's one right across the street on Quaker Hill Road, it's right in front of a telephone pole. So that's a pretty good indication it's in the right of way. They're all over. I mean, it's just,
Okay.
and I think that's all I got.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. Yep. Okay, so I need a motion to go in executive for attorney-client.
O'Connor will make the motion.
Berenger will second.
This is for advice of counsel.
Vice of counsel, yes, I'm sorry.
Berenger, aye.
Parlay.
O'Connor, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Gentlemen, thank you for coming, and good luck on Saturday, all right? Go get them.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get a bus? Did you get a bus?
Yeah, I found one. I called everywhere.
Well, when you said Saturday, I said,